They say the more you chase, the more she runs. Ever wonder why? Why, the harder you try to prove your worth, the more invisible you feel? What if I told you true attraction, true respect, comes not from doing more, but from being more grounded, more detached, more powerful, in your stillness? That's where Stoicism enters the game. When most people think of attraction, they think of flowers, compliments, witty lines, or having the perfect body. But none of those matter. If your energy screams, "I need you to validate me," women feel that, people feel that, and they run from it. Not because they're cruel, but because neediness repels. Here's the truth. The most magnetic men are the ones who are perfectly fine walking away. Men who don't chase approval. Men who can sit in silence, unbothered, unmoved by games. That isn't just confidence. That's discipline. That's internal power. That's Stoicism in motion. Stoicism teaches one thing above all: control what you can, and let go of what you can't. You can't control how she feels today. You can't control who texts her, or what her past looks like. You can't even control whether she stays. But you can control your thoughts, your energy, your direction, your dignity. In a world that pulls men toward emotional chaos, drama, over-explaining, begging, Stoicism is the anchor sedati that brings you back to your center. Imagine this. She pulls away. You feel the distance. Your old self wants to text her 3 times, write a paragraph, ask, "What's wrong?" again and again. But now, with a Stoic mindset, you pause, you breathe, you let the silence speak louder than your words. And suddenly, the game changes. Because when you stop chasing, she notices. She feels your energy shift. You're no longer orbiting around her. You're standing still, rooted, focused on your own path. That energy is rare, and that energy is irresistible. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care more about yourself than trying to control what's out of your hands. It means your peace is more valuable than temporary validation. It means you're done performing for love and ready to embody self-respect. So, what does this look like day to day? It looks like this. You wake up, and your first thought isn't who liked your story, but how you'll conquer your day. You train your body, because it teaches your mind discipline. You read, not just for fun, but to grow. You journal, because your thoughts are your kingdom. And when emotions hit, and they will, you don't suppress them. You observe them. You write them down. You get to the root. That's the practice of Stoicism, presence over panic. Let's take an example. She doesn't text back. 3 hours pass. Your heart races. You want to check her Instagram. Overthink every last word. But then you ask yourself, is this mine to control? If not, you redirect, you train, you build, you level up. That's the moment you reclaim your power. Every second spent chasing someone who isn't choosing you is a second robbed from building the man you're meant to become. Stoic men don't chase women. They attract them by becoming so deeply rooted in purpose that no game can shake their focus. And yes, there will be moments when the silence feels heavy, when your instincts scream to reach out, fix it, explain yourself. But that's when the real test begins. Can you sit with uncertainty without crumbling? Can you hold your ground without needing closure? Can you respect her freedom, even if she walks away? That's not weakness. That's strength, refined by fire. Here's what most men never realize. When you stop chasing, you give her space to choose. And if she does, great. But if she doesn't, you are already whole. You were already winning. That's the essence of Stoic motivation. This isn't about playing games. This isn't about pretending not to care. This is about rewiring your identity from the inside out. So instead of becoming the man who reacts, you become the man who reflects. Instead of needing her to stay, you become the kind of man no one wants to leave. Every workout you complete, every book you read, every time you stay silent instead of begging for attention, you're casting a vote for the future version of yourself. The version who doesn't flinch, the version who doesn't beg, the version who walks into a room and commands respect without saying a word. That's what Stoicism does. It turns storms into silence, chaos into clarity, loneliness into power. So if you're hearing this right now, and you've been chasing, overthinking, giving your peace away, stop. Right now. Breathe. Remember who you are. You are not here to be chosen. You're here to choose yourself. You're not here to impress. You're here to become. The Stoic mindset isn't a trick. It's not a tactic. It's a way of life. A way of anchoring yourself so deeply in discipline, self-control, and presence that the world can no longer shake you. And in doing so, you will attract better people, deeper love, real respect, not because you chased it, but because you stopped chasing. You became the storm. So keep going, keep building. Let the silence speak, let your actions roar, let your stillness lead, because the man who can sit in stillness becomes the one others chase. That's Stoic reign, and your reign starts now. If you're still here, listening to every word, feeling every line, you're not an average man. You're a man waking up. You've spent enough time in the same cycles. Emotional overload, chasing validation, clinging to what was never truly yours. But now, you're starting to understand. Real power doesn't come from what you gain. It comes from what you're willing to let go of. Let go of the fear of being left behind. Let go of the need to be chosen. Let go of the version of you that still reacts, still waits for the text, still lets silence shake his soul. And instead, choose the calm of a man who's mastered himself. Choose the discipline of someone building his empire from within. Choose clarity, because a clear mind defeats a confused heart every time. If this message struck a chord with you, don't let it pass. Let it mark the start of your shift. Subscribe to Stoic Reign right now. This is where men come to train, not just to talk. Hit that bell so you never miss the next step in your transformation. And in the comments, write one sentence that proves you're done chasing, that you're stepping into your reign. I read every word. This isn't just another video. This is the beginning of your discipline. This is the day you stop looking outward and start building inward. You don't chase. You don't beg. You build. You lead. You reign. This is Stoic Reign. And your reign starts now.